Hey y'all, today's the day we start our next adventure. This one's gonna be a little different, but I still hope y'all will come along with me. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting. Y'all come on. Hey y'all. So I'm in a little town called Rockaway Beach, Missouri, right outside of Branson, Missouri. I've been thinking it would be cool to make the storage into a little winter cabin or something. Anyway, and then the other day when I was camping, I thought, hey, maybe I could refurbish a Coleman stove. So then I thought, got this great idea. Why don't I just combine them together? I'll take my little wood burning stove for my hot tent. I'll install it in that little storage building that might eventually be a cabin. I'll cook some chili on a Coleman stove while I'm there. And at the same time, I'll be refurbishing an old trashed out Coleman stove. I don't know. This might be a mess. This might be a complete total fail, but that was my idea. So far, it's been rough. But this was, like I say, a porch, half of a porch that was on a mobile home. I cut it in half and gonna clean the property, move stuff on it. I enclosed it, I painted it, trimmed it out. This is the side that was connected to the mobile home. I got electricity and water on the place. So this is it right now. Oh. So first things first, got to clean this place up a little bit. Take it outside, yeah. Okay, y'all, so what my plan is to take this pipe. It's double wall pipe. It's got these flanges on it. I'm going to take this pipe, I'm going to drill a hole wherever it needs to be drilled. I may end up having to remove this board here. Now I'm going to put this through the wall. We'll have this flange on the outside, the inside, and a flange on the outside. Something like that. That would probably work. I'm going to have to mark around more than this. This is just to kind of give me an idea of where the center is. I'm going to start off to where the edge of my bit just barely hits the outside. Maybe a little bigger. So all right, let's go in. Just like that, y'all. Looks so good. All right. I think we got it, y'all. Bring out our little plates. There's the black one. There's the one for cooking on. It's kind of warped. Anyway, we got a lot to do. Let's keep going. Looking good. Okay, y'all, so I've had some people ask where my stove came from, what brand it is, and the answer is I don't know. I will try to look online to see my receipt. I know it's generic. I know that. Very generic. I got a good deal on it because it was advertised wrong. Anyway, it works real good though. I wanted to tell y'all something about the wood. You know, pieces like this, I've noticed they burn really easy. They fit in the stove and they get hot and they cook your food good, stuff like that. Those are good, but I have also found out if you'll leave some of the stuff big and thick like that, I mean, they still got to be cut short so they'll fit in there lengthwise, but some of that stuff's really big. If you keep a bunch of logs like that or even bigger, they last longer through the night when you're trying to sleep. When they're cut like that, yeah, they burn real good, but you run out of heat real fast. Okay, y'all, here it is. This is the Coleman I want to refurbish, at least get started on tonight. It is a Coleman 425E. Coleman made these in the mid-70s to the early 80s, I believe, if I remember right. I bought it from a guy last night that don't live too far from me, and it looks like it's in pretty rough shape. I figured it would be a good project. So, I'm also going to tell you a little bit of history about Coleman tonight and their stoves. And I decided since we're doing all that, we'll just make it a Coleman night and we're going to cook chili on the good Coleman stove. All right, y'all, let's go. So, the way that I learned how to do this, I've watched several people online do this, but my favorite was a guy named Sagebrush Bob. SAGEBRUSHBOB. He said to push these in and pull. There we go. It worked. At least that part did. That's a good start. If it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's probably because I don't, other than what I saw him do. But he's done many, many, many of them. I've never done one. There's a fuel tank. So, in 1905, Coleman lamps were provided to play the first nighttime football game. And that was the game, oh, I got it, y'all. Cooper versus Fairmont. Look at that. Now called Sterling College and Wichita State University. Looky there. I started off just as easy as could be. Anyway, during World War II, the U.S. government hired Coleman to develop a compact stove for the military, and he did it within 60 days. And then it progressed from there. He started selling to the public, and so here's the burner. So we got a solid ring, and then the rigid one, solid, rigid, solid, rigid, solid. Right. Oh, okay. That goes with the down. This one goes with this one. See right in there? Now, I don't know why there's not a screw in there. There's supposed to be, but I think I found one to fit it. There it is, y'all. One of them. Here's the second one. Make sure this is turned the right direction. Just like that, y'all. We got it out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here's the bottom plate. I look good. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's fogging me up, man. I may have to do without the mask. 3-inch wire wheel. And that's what I'm going to brush all this down with to start. That's how we're going to start. Okay, y'all, I think I got this as much done as I can with the wire brush. I figured I would wire all the parts I'm going to wire first. Then I'll clean them, and then I'll do a little fine sanding. So I'll keep going. I'm going to do the lid and panels. That's what I'm going to do next. And I guess we'll just end up scraping that off. And I gotta get some new stickers online somewhere. Y'all, this thing is silver. It's the first one I've ever seen silver, I think. This is the inside where the burners mount. All the ones I've ever seen have been the same color as the stove, green. So that's probably what I'm gonna do here. I didn't get any chrome paint. Ow. Well, here's the difference. Here's what it's looking like, y'all. That's what it's looking like on the front now, top now. That's what it looked like before. Okay, y'all, so I've done as much as I can do for now, just because it's getting cold and I'm getting really hungry. So I got the other stove out, fixing to start it up. All right, y'all. Y'all remember this from last weekend. Ooh, it's like scratching on a chalkboard, ain't it? Here we go. Let's let it sit there for a minute, and that flame will turn blue more than orange. See how it's trying to get to all blue? The more it heats up that fuel that's going through that thing, there you go, it's all blue now. Now it's ready to turn this lever down. So you bring it up where you want it. You wrap it once. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. Wrap it once underneath. Wrap it again underneath that one. Then you wrap it above on top and pull it tight. Now what you can do, you can adjust your light. You can just slide the knot up. It'll hold your light there, or you can slide the knot down and lower your light. Just like that. Ain't nothing like homemade chili, y'all. Here's what's going in first. Chicken broth. Chicken broth. Ooh, y'all hear it? I should have had it ready faster. My trusty dusty skillet. Alright, y'all, here comes the meat. That is the ground turkey. So y'all, inside here, there's my sleeping bag. My nose is running. Sorry, it's getting cold. My sleeping bag's right there. Stove's right there. Food's right there. Behind me over here is the door that goes outside. I do have electricity here, so I got a little bit of a light, but it doesn't show much, and it's just that one light. I don't have it throughout the whole building, so I'm having to use the lantern right here, and I got it tilted so we can see a little gooder. But there's my American flag you saw hanging out front. So I'm thinking about, instead of using this for storage, I'm thinking about fixing it up, putting in a little shower, all kinds of little stuff, and just making a little bitty tiny cabin out of it, putting out a window where we can see through the woods. I don't know, but anyway, I'm starving. Starving Marvin. Y'all, I got these things here, bay leaves. I don't know if they do any good or not. All the recipes I see say use them, so I do, but I can't tell. The only time I can tell I've used them is when I chew into one because I didn't get it out. Okay, now I cheated here. Whew, that's strong. This is minced onions I got from the store. I always put them in my chili. Oh, yeah. So here's the cumin. This stuff's pretty strong, but I put it in there. You know me, I like hot stuff, so this is, what is that? Cayenne pepper. Yeah, that stuff's hot too. It don't take much of that stuff. This is the seasoning that I keep using on everything. I'm gonna use some on this too. Lots of it. Okay, now we gotta have some of chili powder. We'll do a couple of them. I think that's way too much, honestly. Oh well. It'll work. Now, y'all, I need to slow this meat down because I need to get my veggies in here with them. That's how I like to do it. Cook them together before I add them to the chicken broth. All right, y'all. Now it's time for, that's like generic Rotel. Oh yeah. Crushed tomatoes. Got some celery here. It's kind of wilted because I've had it a while, but I figure better use it now while I can. Here I go, y'all. Throwing stuff everywhere just like I did the last time. Gotta add my oil in here, y'all. That olive oil. Oh yeah. Turn the fire up a little bit. Time for some bell pepper. I love beans and homemade chili, but I forgot to bring it, so oh boy. Okay, y'all. One of the most important ingredients right there, jalapeno. Oh yeah, gotta have that. I think I only brought one. I might have brought more. All right, I think this is gonna be enough onion. It's gonna be almost more like it. Ow! Oh, boy, I got some finger in there. Anybody like boiled finger chili? All right, y'all, here we go. Oh yeah, y'all. Oh yeah. She's ready, y'all. Mm-hmm. A little cabin to be, maybe. Almost looks like a hobo's hut, actually. Remember last time I forgot my coffee? I did not forget it this time. I've always heard if you wash your coffee pot, it takes too much of the good flavor out. I don't know if that's true. I bet some old man that don't like doing dishes came up with that. Works for me though. I ain't too crazy about doing dishes either. Okay, y'all. It is finally time. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to get them leaves out of there. But everybody says it ain't chili without it. But they also say it ain't chili without beans, and I forgot them, so. Sure smelling good, y'all. Lord, thank you for this food. We've been waiting for it all day. Y'all ready? Y'all, I need to be a chef. If I remember right, y'all, this building is like 14 wide, I think, and 16 long. If I remember right. She's a Perkin, y'all. Oh yeah, so perfect. Okay, y'all, I'm outside. It's a little after 7:30. Anyway, I'm gonna try to brush a little bit more of the stove. I think it's the last part that I have to brush, I think. Ow. Oh man, y'all. This is the cleaner I'm using, y'all. It's called Sunnyside. I got this at that store I was telling you about called Menards. It's TSP Substitute. Removes heavy dirt, grease, grime, smoke, and soot stains. Cleans and prepares surfaces prior to painting. Use on walls, wood, concrete, and brick. Ready to use. Phosphate free. I'm using these shop towels. I don't normally do that. I normally do rags like this. It's just old shirts that were worn out, had holes in it and stuff. But I decided to try this. Don't say anything about being flammable. Right now we're just trying to get the dust and most of the grease off. What we're trying to do. Man, this one's a little hard to spray, so I guess I'm gonna spray the rags. I'll just tell you another thing about the area that I live here. Here and Arkansas, which is just down the road from me. This is Bigfoot territory, they say. I mean, it's big here. That's kind of stuff that, I mean, you can look it up. Branson, Missouri, and then up around, well, I'm not exactly sure which part of Arkansas. Harrison, Arkansas, maybe. And just look up Bigfoot or Sasquatch, and people believe in that big time around here, and they hunt them. I just try not to think about it when I'm out camping, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, today was so warm, I had no idea it was going to be as warm as it was. I mean, there was people out everywhere fishing, and I should watch the weather more, I guess. Okay, y'all, I'm getting so tired. Oh, I think what I'm fixing to do now, let me get over here where you can see me. I think I'm gonna spray it down and get my sanding sponge and just give it one more go around before I go to bed. This is 320 grit, y'all, so I mean, it's so fine. You could probably rub it on your face all day long. It wouldn't do nothing. I might not should have went with something quite this smooth, but I did. And once I get this finished, y'all, I've got alcohol here, 91%. We're going to use that to clean off the whole entire thing just before we paint. It'll be the last thing we do before we paint. But I think the base is done. I think this is done. This is the lid. One of these panels, that one up there, man, that thing was bad. Once you start taking one of these apart, though, it really is, if you read the history first of Mr. Coleman, and then you start taking these apart, it's amazing how simply built these things are, and how simple they are to take apart. But the science behind how it works is just amazing. Getting a little bit chilly. Gooder. Another thing I remember him talking about, though, is looking in the gas tank and seeing if there's any rust in the gas tank. If there's rust in the tank, or the fuel tank, not gas tank, then he said you take some of these BBs and you'll stick them in the gas tank along with, you could stick it in there with Coleman fuel or something, but you stick it in there, put the cap on, and you just rock it back and forth, top and bottom. And as you do, those BBs will start scrubbing all that stuff. Just be sure you get everything out before you go to use it. Everything. Don't leave any BBs in there. I don't know why, but this is one of the parts that I have dreaded. Just because, I don't know why. It just doesn't make sense to me that that was so easy. I don't know why I was dreading that so bad. There it is, y'all. See this little arm in here? He said that bends very, very easy. So when you're replacing this thing in there, this is kind of square. I don't know if you can tell that, but just be careful, don't force anything. Now you'll have to work this in, but once it's worked in, don't force anything. I don't know. It don't smell right, I can tell you that. Not sure how this is gonna work, y'all, but yeah. We got out quite a bit of stuff, looks like. I'm gonna do one more washing, y'all. Don't forget this. It's so loud. Better wake me up. Okay, y'all, it's bedtime. And I'm ready. I'm bushed, tired. Have a feeling I'm gonna sleep good. It's not that cold in here. Feeling really comfy in my sleeping bag. And just really tired. So, hey, see y'all tomorrow. Good night. Morning, y'all. Kind of slept in this morning. It's about 7:30, I think. And it got pretty cold. I think at one point I saw 30 degrees. And my fire kept going out, so it did get cold in here a few times. I did fine in my sleeping bag. Anyway, gonna get up, have some coffee, and may work on the stoves, or may pack up and head home and work on the stoves there. Not sure which yet. Anyway, let's go. There's outside, y'all. Is that woodpecker? We survived another night. It's a beautiful morning. Looks like it's going to be a warm day, probably. I haven't even checked the weather yet. Okay, y'all. With all the work I was doing on the stove, I got a mess in here. What I think I'm going to do is go ahead and pack everything up and head to the house, because it's going to take forever to get everything unloaded and put in its place and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully by that time it'll be warm enough for me to go ahead and wipe these things down with alcohol and start painting them, and then figure out what I can do with the fuel tank. That's going to be a problem. But first, oh yeah, you know what we need here. Hear that noise? That's saying good morning. to get the last of this coffee. Can't let it go to waste. The stove's still hot, but I think I can get it out of here and get it outside. Where it can cool off. That's a lot of pipe, y'all. I noticed I need to clean this thing out. These pipes. I'm gonna have to do that before I use it next. Maybe that was part of my problem. And I think I've either warped my door or burnt too much of this protector off, because it was sure leaking last night or this morning. My little plates in here. Ooh, yeah, all this stuff needs to be clean. There she is. Hey y'all, so want to be honest with you real quick. This is my least favorite camp out that I've done so far. It's like everything went wrong, from the wood burner stove smoking the place up to not being able to finish the Coleman stove. It was just too much. I tried to do too many things at one time. I've been wanting to camp in this building to see if I'd like to make it into a cabin maybe for next winter. I've been wanting to rebuild a Coleman stove all last week. And I've been wanting to make a big pot of chili on camp out. And so I thought, oh, I'll just combine it all together. This is going to be so cool. And it wasn't. But hey, we made it. It's over. The Lord kept us safe. Y'all be here next week because my friend's son's going to go with me. We're going hiking in Arkansas. He's extremely knowledgeable about hiking, backpacking, and I don't know much about it at all, but maybe he can learn us a few things. I think it's going to be great. We're going to hike on Saturday, I believe, and then Saturday night we're each going to pitch our own tarp from the trees and just sleep on the ground in front of a fire. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good week. Bye.